Ladies and gentlemen, we will start in a minute.
Welcome, Reebok President Matt O'Toole.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to really what's going to be an incredibly exciting day. It's a landmark moment for the UFC, for the sport of MMA, a landmark moment for sure for fighters and for fans. And certainly for all of us at Reebok, this is really an incredible day for us to really show our passion and commitment to this great sport. So, in a few minutes, we'll unveil to you the first ever UFC Fight Kit. High performance, technical gear with a bold new look that will usher in a new era for the UFC and the sport of MMA. Now, the Fight Kit has been in the works even before we announced our partnership last year, and it builds on Reebok's decades of experience making uniforms for premier professional leagues around the world. And when we began this project, I have to say we didn't know exactly where it would end, but we did know that we wanted to have a kit that delivered the very best high performance and technology for the fighter. And we also wanted to represent the passion and pride that UFC fans have around the world. And after seeing the finished product today, I'm sure you will feel, as I do, that we've met those objectives. You know, from the very beginning, it's been a true collaboration. We've worked closely with athletes, gathering input on what they wanted, what they needed, what was missing, making prototype after prototype, experimenting with new materials, new cut lines, making sure we create the absolute best for the sport. And we're extremely proud of what we've created together. Now, some of you may know that in recent years, Reebok's been going through a transformation of our own. We've gone back to our roots in fitness and really inspiring people to move with a laser-sharp focus on these new sport activities, what we call tough fitness, with new product categories, new partnerships, and a brand new message, Be More Human, that speaks to our consumer about the power of living an active life. And certainly training like a fighter is at the core of that. And like Reebok, the UFC is going through a major transition as well, a transformation, and what you're going to see today is really the beginning of that. And to tell you more about that, I'm very fortunate to welcome to the stage two leaders who have been instrumental in making this happen and have shaped the new look of the UFC. So please welcome to the stage the UFC president, Dana White, and Reebok's own Todd Krinsky.
Hello? Matt, can I use your mic? Can you give Dana that mic? Good morning. As Matt said, my name is Todd Krinsky, and this, of course, is Dana White, the president of the UFC. And this is a moment that we all have been waiting for quite some time, and we really want to thank you all for being here as we get ready to unveil the new look of the UFC. But before we do that, we wanted to take a moment just to talk about how we got here. As Matt mentioned, Reebok's ambition is to be the #1 fitness brand in the world. And there's no other fastest growing fitness activity than combat training, or those that train like fighters. In fact, there's over 35 million people around the globe right now that train like fighters. And half of them are women. And 40% started this activity over the last year. And another very important characteristic of these participants is many of them are UFC fans. And Dana, I know you and I have talked a lot about how you're seeing so many UFC fans now engaged and interested in how our fighters train and how they prepare for a fight.
Yeah, a lot of the things that we produce are for the fans, getting inside the, like fly on the wall type stuff, how these guys train, how they eat, how they prepare for a fight, and all the way leading right up to the fight.
And so what you're going to see from Reebok next month is a strong, compelling, high-performance combat training line for those that train like fighters. But today we're here to talk about the UFC fighter and the transformation of the look. And Dana, the UFC has gone through a lot of great landmark moments, but talk a little bit about the importance today of what we're about to see.
Yeah, this is a big one for us. We've had a lot of historical moments over the last 15 years, and this is definitely one of the big ones. Now, like every other sport, we have a major sporting apparel brand, behind the UFC producing these kits for the fighters. And, it's a moment that Lorenzo and I and Frank and the rest of the team have been very excited for.
And I want to be really clear that we took this very seriously. This mission has been for many, many months. We talked to Dana and his team about the needs. We talked to many fighters to talk about what they would need. And it really came down to two guiding principles. It's all about performance, and it's all about customization. When you talk to these fighters, you hear about speed, you hear about power, you hear about versatility. So we knew we needed to make something that was very high level. In fact, the highest level performance gear that these fighters will be able to get. And I know, Dana, you've talked to a lot of the fighters, I've talked to a few, and they absolutely love the fit, the function, and the feel of this kit.
Yeah, one of the things that has happened over, the last couple of days, these guys have been here trying the things on, and a lot of the fighters had input into how this stuff was made. But it's been nothing but positive, and at the end of the day, that's what matters to us, is that the fighters like it.
Now, we're all UFC fans, and one thing we all know is UFC fighters love to be different, and they love to express themselves. So the second guiding principle was all around custom and individuality. And I know, Dana, this is something that the fighters really appreciate, the fact that on a fight night, not every fighter is going to come out and look the exact same. This is really important.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of fighters were worried about, was individuality. Would they be able to have input into how their outfits were going to look? And they do. Actually, Misha Tate was saying to me last night, I'm so blown away by the interaction with Reebok, and that we're going to have the ability to have our own look and our own feel.
So it's all about performance, and it's all about individuality for the fighter. But it's not just for the fighter. It's really important that everyone's aware that we also created this kit for the UFC fan, for the millions of UFC fans around the world, because now we're giving them an opportunity to express their passion for the UFC, their passion for this incredible sport of mixed martial arts in a brand new way. And the first time that fans will actually get a chance to see this kit in action is coming up. And there's definitely nobody better than you to talk about what's happening on July 11th.
So leading into this next coming week, kicks off International Fight Week in Las Vegas. Everything in Las Vegas is UFC. There's pool parties, there's concerts, there's an expo, autograph signings, and like every fighter, old fighters from the old UFC to all the biggest stars from today will be there. And also, there's two title fights, Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo is our only ever 145-pound champion. He hasn't lost a fight in 10 years, going up against Conor McGregor, the Irish superstar, on a 12-fight win streak, and has become a huge superstar in this sport. We also have the champ, Robbie Lawler, defending his title against Rory McDonald. and an unbelievable card in Vegas that week. Next week is going to be incredible. If you're a UFC fan, whether you're in Vegas or not in Vegas, you cannot miss this fight. And we literally couldn't have picked a better weekend to unveil the UFC kit.
You're really good. You're good at that.
I know.
You've done it before. So July 11th is going to be a huge, huge night for everybody. We're really looking forward to it. But it's also a big moment right now. Because I think, Dana, we're pretty much ready to launch the UFC kit.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the UFC kit.
UFC Fight Kit. Japan. Kyoji Horiguchi. UFC Fight Kit. Korea. Dongpyeong Kit. UFC Fight Kit. Mexico. Yair Rodriguez. Cain Velasquez. UFC Fight Kit. The United States of America. Johnny Hendricks. Misha Tate. Paige Van Zandt. Anthony Pettis. UFC Fight Kit. Canada. Olivier Aubin-Mercier. Rory McDonald. UFC Fight Kit. Brazil. Ronaldo Jacare Souza. UFC Fight Kit. The United Kingdom. Jimmy Manuwa. UFC Fight Kit. Russia. Khabib Nurmagomedov. UFC Fight Kit. Sweden. Alexander Gustafsson. UFC Fight Kit. Ireland. Conor McGregor. Mauricio Verdun, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Ronda Rousey, Chris Weidman, Rafael Dos Anjos, Robbie Lawler, Daniel Cormier, Demetrius Johnson, TJ Dillashaw.
Wow, that absolutely looks amazing. Oh my God. Thank you so much for all of you for being here today. And please take your seat. I still get goosebumps when I see it coming to life. Hello, everybody. My name is Corinna Werkel, and I have been part of the apparel turnaround in the past 4 years at Reebok. My experience is based on a long history developing, designing a major league gear in soccer, basketball, and tennis, and that really helped me to get through this transition. So when Dana and Lorenzo and the USC team approached us, I think it was last year, I cannot believe it's that long ago, and gave us the opportunity to design the first ever fight kit in the octagon, we were absolutely excited. They asked us, and they asked us because they know we are known for this. We have done it. We have done gear for a lot of top athletes in all major leagues. It's all about functionality. It's about the right look, and that reflects the passion and the enthusiasm of the sport. Competing at the highest level, our UFC fighters are tremendous athletes. And it was important that our product was holding up to it. So that was our challenge. And there are 4 key pillars covering the newest technology and innovation that became the base when we created the best performance gear. So it was about flexibility, it was about strength, it was about customization and fit. So Connor, I would like to quickly ask you to come up on stage to help me on the first pillar. Wow, I'm so glad to be here because we missed you last night. How was your trip coming over?
Very good. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great. So Connor, you know, everybody knows you. You're the crazy guy in the octagon. You have this crazy move all over. And I just wanted to understand a little bit, when you wear our gear, oh, that's perfect, yeah. When you wear our gear, what is important for you? How do you want to feel when you wear your gear in the octagon?
I just want to be able to be free to move, and as long as the material is good and it's nice and compressed, that's what I look for.
So it's important that it basically feels like a second skin, right? It doesn't inhibit you when you fight.
Yeah, it can't feel like too much.
Yeah, exactly. So listening to Connor, it was clear to us what we need to do. We wanted to develop ergonomical cuts which really surrounds the body, and we included four-way stretch materials to make sure that Connor has the maximum of flexibility and freedom to do this in the octagon. I thought I'm going to see that in your fight on the 11th, but great, we have seen it now. It really fits great. You look absolutely iconic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So this is really dangerous here on stage, I tell you. So the second crucial element for the best performing gear for the UFC was strength. This is a key building block in every sense when you are inside the octagon. It's about durability and resistance. So I would like to invite Joanna to come to stage with me. I'm going to take it, thank you very much. Joanna, where are you? Hi. So this is for you. So actually, I just quickly have to share that, Joanna. When we talked about last night that Joanna would come on stage, she was asking me, can I wear the walkout hoodie because I want to cover my bandage? And say, Joanna, this cannot be true. You're a fighter. This is what is happening when you fight.
Yeah, I am not a model, maybe today, but I am a fighter.
Oh, you know,
so.
if every model would look like you, we would be perfectly fine.
Thank you so much.
So, Joanna, what happened to your arm?
Yeah, I had my first title defense 8 days ago, June 20 in Berlin. So yeah, it happened.
Okay. So what do you think, when will it be okay?
In 2-3 weeks, I will be back.
Okay, so we have to make sure you're
Yeah.
back to all strength. So actually, the reason why I asked you to come up here is I quickly wanted to introduce, you know, how we actually have this totally new seam technology here. So if you turn around just quickly, we actually reinforced welded seams, and they sit absolutely flat on your body, right? Do they
Yeah,
irritate you in any shape?
No, I feel very good.
You don't feel anything, right? Actually, it really feels good and it looks good. But it's the importance is for you to understand, in these seams, there is no thread involved. This is the newest technology around seamless construction. And as Joanna said, it doesn't irritate you in any case when you're wearing this product. So thank you very much,
Thank you so
Joanna.
much.
So all the best. Talking about models, she knows it all. So the third pillar is about customization. Todd talked about it, Matt talked about it. You know, when we started to create the visual DNA of this league, it was all about the fighter and the nation. It was about the league itself and about the champion in that league. So therefore, the UFC includes 3 kits. The first kit is the country kit, the second one, the universal kit, and the third one, the Champions Kit. Included in these kits, we have various Valetudo shorts, fight shorts. They're different in their construction and length because that's important for the fighter because that's what they have specific needs for. And at the same time, we introduced our new fight bra. That fight bra is there to support the female fighter when she is in the ring, and the bra should secure her there. That's very important for us. And on top of this, we added the official UFC jersey and the walkout hoodie, and these are unique silhouettes for our fighters. But when we talk about unique, this really unique portion for us was to create you know, this special look for the fighters and for their country pride in our kit. So Kane, would you be so kind to come on stage so that we can talk through this? Great to have you here.
Thank you.
So finally I see you with the kit, because we did the exercise last night without, so now I can really imagine how impactful this is. So Kane, what we actually did is we incorporated your full name in a very iconic way on the jersey. You have seen this. And what is important as well, we wanted to pay tribute to your country, Mexico, and created actually that flag, but this time in an octagon shape. So you all notice the significance of color and country pride when you see, you know, how we incorporate the name. So we have it here on the short in diagonal, and if you turn around, Kane, please, you see his full name in the back. And I can tell you, we went through challenges because some of these names are really long, but we managed it. But you see as well the country reflected in the octagon-shaped crest here on the sleeve. So it will be everywhere on the fighter's kit. So Kane, what you're up to in the next 2 weeks? Are you traveling, training?
Traveling a little bit, and then back to training, back to reclaim what's mine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks a lot. So now we come to the final pillar, and that pillar is about comfort and fit. All our kits come geared with this Reebok unique moisture management in all our fabric that allow the utmost performance during the fight. Additional to this, we study and body scanned the fighters in our innovation center in Canton, which resulted into a pattern that reflects the bodies of the fighter, which is very important. And this process really helped us to create gear which does not inhibit the fighter in any shape or form, and we heard that with all our fighters here. So, but there is one person who is very specific about fit, and it's the woman who won her last fight in 45 seconds. So, Rhonda, would you please come up on stage? Oh my God, 14 seconds. Rhonda, so I owe you what for this. So Rhonda, I'm so happy to be here with you today. And it's worth, actually, when we see each other, we always talk about that first time when we met in our office in Canton, and we talked about what really irritates you when you are in the octagon, and what really turns you off when this is happening to you. So you talked about the bra, and probably half of you guys have never worn a bra, but I think Rhonda should share this information.
Well, there's never been any combat sports apparel that's been designed specifically for women. So I've had to try and use yoga stuff and running stuff and other things, and it's just not designed for combat sports. And I've had instances in fights where I've had to actually change what I was doing in a fight to try and avoid not flashing millions of people. And so I'm really happy that I'm not going to have that issue anymore, so thank you.
And I recall you mentioned you were doubling your bras, which is crazy, just to make sure you have enough support. So we actually handled that with our new fight bra. I recall as well that we talked once about your Valetudo short and that you want to have it flat on your body. Do you recall that, about the waistband, that you don't want to have it elastic, right? Flat construction?
Yeah, just something that sticks but doesn't like squeeze you at all. It's, you know, grappling and MMA, it's a lot of different kind of movement that you wouldn't really experience in any other kind of sport. And so I'm happy that I don't have to worry about ever adjusting anymore.
Yeah, that's perfect. Rhonda, would you quickly bear with me a minute on stage? So now we have talked about the country kit, and there is only one thing left, and this is the look of the champion. So what color is really iconic for the champion? Obviously gold. What a question. So the passion of all fighters to go for gold inspired us when we created this champion kit. And gold is actually the strong color, and we actually created a color block with black and gray, which created this impactful look of a champion's kit for all weight classes. So Rhonda, you look absolutely amazing with what you're wearing. I think this is basically the perfect kit for you. So how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the color?
Well, I always like wearing black because I'm the bad guy, and I always like wearing gold because I'm the best. So I'm going to be wearing gold for the entirety of my career.
That's exactly what it is. Thank you very much, Rhonda. And we're happy, and we wish you all the best for your fight in August. We're going to be your fans. So, having seen all these beautiful women and good-looking men on the stage, do you all recall what are the key components of this first ever technology kit out of the USC? So it is about flexibility, it's about strength, it's about customization and fit. This kit has it all. And this kit will transform the UFC, and it will elevate the sport of mixed martial art forever. You have seen it all. Thank you very much.